Take them apart and put them together for Mitun, the Sarkar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely.
Oh well, okay.
How are you?
So I love the idea of the different colored socks.
Do you know why?
No,
they
you
are?
tell me.
All right.
I mean, think out of the box, perhaps. Yeah.
So, yeah, before I get into the whole, I'll tell you the story about the socks because there might be people who are wondering about it, right? Are you?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, when I started the program about a year back,
Yeah.
the first 2-3 segments when I did it, I was not wearing any shoes, no socks, nothing. And my friend who was in Qatar, he said, he saw the photographs on Facebook and he said, why are you not wearing anything? And I said, I just want to keep the room clean and everything. So he said, why don't you wear socks? Bright colored socks. Samir, you can take it off. You can pull it off.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I'm this crazy guy. I said, okay, I'll wear different colored socks. He said, that's brilliant. Let me buy the socks for you.
Yeah.
And then he went online and picked up the socks and sent it to me. And then I called up the next featured guest for the next week and told her, Saima, her name was Saima, and I said, Saima, when you're coming, can you wear socks when you're coming? And she said, Samir, I do this crazy thing, I wear different colored socks.
Right.
So I said, please do that, I'm doing that. And then I called the other guy.
Yeah.
So today what it is, it's a symbolic message again. It's, you can be unique and you can be different. You don't have to conform to society in every way. And that's okay. And that's a symbolic representation of awesome walkers who come here every week.
Yeah.
They create their own paths, they're unique in their own ways, and they create so much of awesomeness that it goes with awesome walkers. You know, it's on your feet as well.
And it's so fantastic that you say this because remember I told you
Yes.
that when my son was about 3 years old, 4 years old, he used to wear different color Crocs.
Yeah.
So when he used to walk on the road, and he used to wear like red or green and walk on the road, and everyone used to stop by and look at him and find him very cute. Now, me and my husband, we never stopped him because we thought he's unique. He wants to, express himself. Let's not stop him. So, well, but now that he's 9 years old, he doesn't do that anymore.
So he was an awesome walker 6 years ago.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Say hello to everybody. Ranveer. There he is.
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah.
Super.
Great.
Who is Mitun?
Well, firstly, Mitun is really fun-loving.
Okay.
I think I'm very hardworking. Surely, very hardworking, very ambitious, and I'm very hardworking. I believe in one thing, that unless you're hardworking, you can't get there. You know,
What
you
is
might, you can't succeed in life. I feel you might be intelligent, you might have all the money you want. Your father must have given you all the money, but you have to still be hardworking. And I'm a go-getter, surely. I strive for what I want.
Okay.
I don't give up easily. That's definitely me.
Have you always been like this?
I think yes, right from my childhood days. And I think my father was quite responsible for it. I'm the only daughter.
Okay.
So, and we come from a background where girls are given a lot of respect. For us, it's very important that girls also go ahead in life. It's not about the boys only. So, academics is very important in our families. Music is very important. Giving respect to the daughter, you know, ensuring that in the right families, and all that is very important for us. So,
Can you tell us a little about your father?
well, I come from a very middle class background. He was a banker. My mother was a housewife. Well, for him, I was his world. So definitely, yes, he taught me all the best things in life. I think the way he brought me up, he taught me to be very proud of myself, never bow down to anybody. If you're right, you're right.
What is the oldest memory you have of him telling you something, some lesson? Do you remember any story?
Lately?
Anything? No, when you were very young.
When I was very young, he always told me one thing. Again, the pride which I tell you, he keeps reminding me always. Don't bow down. If you think you're right, just don't bow down. Stick to what your beliefs are. And that's so important because many times you get carried away and you probably, it could be a partner, it could be anybody, or it could be somebody else that you are intimidated by, and you get carried away sometimes. But you know sometimes that they're wrong, but yet you get carried away. But he taught me always one thing, that stick to what you feel is right and continue doing that.
Where's your mom in the equation?
Oh, my mom was very strict. She used to hit me with a with a ruler if I wasn't doing my work well, if I wasn't studying properly. Yeah, but it's very crazy if you think about it. Sometimes my father used to support me. Now, I used to laugh very loudly when I was young, very loudly. I still do actually. So, huh? Ha ha ha. Well, you will see it probably in the course of the way we talk. So anyway, so I used to laugh very loudly, and my mother used to tell, please sober down. You know, sober down. You will never get a guy who will marry you. We are from an Indian society where girls are supposed to be sober. You know, I mean, what will your mother-in-law think if you laugh so loudly?
I mean, she said that you laughed again.
Yes, very much. I actually laughed back, and my father was like, "Come on, chill. I mean, I don't think you should worry about that." And then my father used to say something else. He used to be like, "What is this you're lazing about? You don't cook, you don't do up the room, you don't clean up the bed. I mean, how will you carry on with your life when you get married?" So that's when my mother used to say that, well, she'll grow up, she'll do it on her own. Did I ever do it? So it used to be that kind of a situation at home. It was
Good
lovely.
Cop, bad cop
Yes,
always,
absolutely. So somebody was always there for defense, surely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You grew up
In Bombay.
Okay.
I grew up in Bombay. I was born in West Bengal, which is a small region in Calcutta. But then when I was very young, like a few months old, I came to Bombay. And I grew up in Bombay. So I'm more of a Bombay girl, if you all know where Bombay is in India.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm from, yes. So it's a land of, Bollywood and all the best things. I think Bombay is lovely. We love Bombay. Me and my husband, we love Bombay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you
we
meet
love
him?
them. I met him in school, actually. So, I mean, in our days, we never had prom or anything. We used to wear, like, it was the last day of school, and I wore a sari. He was in his desi attire, whatever. So, that's how it is. You know, all the batches catch up on that day, and then you meet other students from different classes and all. And so there we were like told to, come on, get up, show some talent. So I was pushed on stage and I sang something. I don't even remember what was it. So I sang something, and that was the first day he noticed me, actually. And it so happened that we went to the same college. So that was years ago. I think it was in 1993. 1993 is when we actually met for the first time. Yeah.
And then he recollected the time when you sang, and he told you later about it?
He told me later in school, in college. And it so happened, coincidentally, his opening line to me was, hey, when's your birthday? So I said, it's 29th October. So he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And he took out his ID and he showed his birthday is also on 29th October. So
same year?
Yeah, so he was like, so what do you think? So then
he was hitting on you like that?
Yeah, so then we got friends and we became friends. It took me some time, but I took about 2.5 years to kind of
warm up
to him. Yes. Again, it was our background, you know, where my father and mother had made it very clear it's an arranged marriage we're having.
So you told him to arrange it.
And oh my God, intercaste. So I'm Bengali, he's Punjabi. So it doesn't happen in our, well, the way we are in our community, actually. But well.
And then how do you convince them?
I knew I was marrying him.
Okay.
So we arranged it in a way. I don't know maths very well, so he comes to teach me maths. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
So he was a good guy, helping my mom around and impressing my dad. He even learned my language that we speak. So a bit of it. He learned Bengali a bit. So.
Was that a prank that you don't know maths?
Huh? Yeah, of course. Of course it was a prank that I'm not very good at maths, and well, you know, he helps me with it. I'm not good with a couple of things, so he used to come home, so that's how we got friendly. And I used to go to his place as well. His parents were very clear about.
And you were teaching maths over there as well?
I was teaching him science. Biology. Well, yeah. But it was a sweet, beautiful memories, actually. If I could go back and relive them again, I would love to. Yes, definitely. Beautiful memories in college. Sometimes when we go to Bombay, we sometimes say, decide, let's go and just have a look at the college, the way the college is. It's beautiful.
What was the sad part of your life during those college days? Was there anything that you were sad about?
No.
Nothing. You always
Not really. The only saddest part was I think I studied way too much in microbiology. I would see my other friends who had taken different subjects have such a good time, and I was this girl who was always working and always studying, because I mean I'd chosen subjects like this and I used to envy. So what he used to do is we had a practical class of microbiology which went on for like 4-5 hours in the heat. And just opposite was the library. So he used to sit there pretending that he's studying in the library doing nothing, whereas I was actually doing all the practicals and all the bad stuff. Yeah, all the, in the incubator, you're supposed to grow the bacteria, understand about the bacteria, understand about the food composition and stuff like that. So
serious kind.
Serious kind of stuff. So I felt that I was kind of a nerd in college probably. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Nothing. I just see
After
the thing is what it was. I had to become a nerd probably because of the subjects I had chosen. But deep down inside, I was always an extrovertish and the leader kind of a person. For example, I always used to participate in school in music. In college also I had won so many competitions, it could be singing competitions or anything else. There was so many extracurricular stuff that we used to. So I used to make time, but what I felt was majority of the time I spent was in the classrooms. Versus like for him, like he had taken up statistics. So he had so much time on himself, so that I used to envy.
Yeah.
I felt I missed that out.
But what they say is statisticians are mean people, right?
Yeah, he is mean actually
mean?
in a way, yeah.
No, I mean mean standard deviation and all of that.
You
It's a bad joke.
Yeah,
we don't
everything
care
is
about figures.
math, everything is like logic. I'm like, hello, there are some emotions involved as well. Everything cannot be logic and numbers.
So what happened after college, and how do you move to Dubai and all that stuff?
Well, so we got married somewhere in 2003. And we were living in Bombay, and in 2004 he just asked me, so do you, I've landed a job in Dubai, do you think we should take this up? I jumped at it, yes, let's just do this. The reason being not that I was tired of Bombay, I just wanted to start an independent life. You're young, you're just newly married, and you just want to kind of start a new life. So I jumped at it. I was like, we'll see whatever happens. So he left first, and then I joined him later. So I kind of came, I was actually working in a place called as VLCC before. And that's how I started my career. Now I had made very good relationships with clients there. I mean, generally again my line of work is such that you tend to make very good relationships with people.
What is your line of work that time?
So I'm a dietitian. So I make people lose weight, and there's so many things that people share with you. So because weight is not necessarily because you were binging and you've put on weight because you are a binge eater. There could be a lot of things involved. It could be emotions, it could be hormones, it could be the way your thought process, your overall lifestyle. So what happened? People come to you, they want to take consultation from you, they speak to you, they talk to you, they discuss so many life stories with you. So there's a friendship that builds, with them. So I had made some really great friends back then. So so I was just chatting with somebody, and he was a very good client of mine then. So he was just chatting with him, and I said, my husband is in Dubai and I want to go to Dubai and just find some things out there. He's like, I actually live in Dubai. So when you come to Dubai, meet me. He said so. I said, great. So there was another client who arranged my visa. So I got the visa, I came, I spent 2 months time vacationing actually. After 2 months I got panicked because now I was like, there's only 1 month left. So what do we do? So I went and
But you already had a job.
He had a job.
So the visa was not coming through that.
No, wasn't coming through.
Okay.
Because it was a new job and he didn't,
Okay.
want to take whatever the benefits yet. So so when I came, I went first to meet the guy who had said, when you come to Dubai, meet me. So when I went to meet him, he didn't have anything substantial to offer really. But I was just sitting there and going through some magazines, and I found Connector. Okay, when I found Connector, I saw, I got some leads, and I realized that nutrition is not happening here yet. There is the food industry is full of only junk. Okay, there is no people are still not aware about the importance of good nutrition. And I picked up the books and was just reading, going through things, and I saw one ad saying Simply Healthy. Okay, so I went to meet those guys. So it was just a restaurant there. It was empty, nothing there. So I went to meet up those guys, and they were like, "It's just a restaurant. We are trying a new concept of health." So when I met the owner, he was like, so he was selling healthy food, basically, this low calorie food kind of stuff, but he had no idea what he was doing. So when I offered him and I told him that I'm a dietitian, I'm from India, and I can help you with this. So he's like, first plan my diet. So I said, okay, let me make the diet for you. So I planned his diet, and what I realized was he didn't understand anything. When I was like telling him 1 gram of protein per body weight, this is the chicken breast, just measure, have 200 grams of chicken, have so much steamed broccoli, have this much. He didn't understand anything. It's like, Mitun, don't tell me all these things. I didn't understand a word of what you're saying. Okay? So I said, what do you want me to do? He said, either you prepare all this yourself, okay, or you come to my house, teach my chef how to do all these things, then it makes sense. Now I am thinking he already has a restaurant. Why is he asking me to come to his house? So I made the offer, why don't we try making it from this restaurant? So he's like, yeah, it's a good idea. Can we try? I said, yeah, okay. We started. Within a few months, he wanted to quit. And I was taken aback. Why does he want to quit? He didn't want to do it. I came back home. I spoke to him. Look, I think this is one idea and this will work. Can we put in some money? And can we get started? So we put in some money and we took over. So I didn't want to lose on that opportunity. It was very amicable. He just wanted to leave because he didn't think it was happening lucrative. I took over, I started the business. In fact, Sunita has come to that place before. Yeah. It was in town center. And I completely changed the whole, it was a game changer for me. And to be honest, in 2005, 2006, I had Khaleej Times approaching me. I was writing columns for Weekend. I was writing columns for Gulf News. And because it was a trend, people had not seen health, food, weight loss, these things happening in Dubai at that time.
What year again?
This is 2005, 2006, around that time. So it was not happening there in Dubai. So that's how it all started. Then the recession came in. This was in 2008. And we were young blood, okay? So we were very excited that after India, we've come to Dubai, we've made so much money. You just get carried away. We put in our money in some wrong places. Lost the money in 2008, and that was a time around when I gave birth to Ranbir as well. Recession was, recession hit. Ranbir was born. He was a GERD baby. GERD is gastroesophageal reflux. So all that he was having was all coming out. So every time he used to have milk or anything, it all used to come out. I was going through tremendous amount of stress at that time, and when we spoke, Hemu said that I think it's time we take rest. You take rest, you take a sabbatical from work, and I think every woman goes through that phase in her life. It's a time when you want to give priority to your child maybe, because I think he needed me so much. There was no point. We had a nanny, but it wasn't happening. Okay, I even tried the co-op mechanism where I called my mother, she would supervise the nanny, but the child needed me. Nanny, grandmom, whatever happens doesn't work. The child needs you. So I took a sabbatical for 2 years. In the beginning, I was happy, then I got miserable. I was so miserable. I think I was going through a phase of depression because I'm used to working. I'm used to being there. And 2010, mid 2010, I was like, let's get started once again. And the market was looking better. That was the time I joined Northwest Clinic first to get my DHA license for clinical dietitian. So I rather got this special degree with a DHA license, which is like a medical license, and I joined Northwest Clinic. So I have the title of a clinical dietitian and not a nutritionist. So I got that, worked hard towards it and got that. And we started again with a small kitchen of Simply Healthy. We started first with 2 chefs.
So you
I trained them.
Business.
We had closed the business because I couldn't find a replica, and the place that we were in was had increased the rents so much. That's when I said I took a sabbatical because I was like, I'm not in that mind frame to hire somebody, appoint somebody and go through that whole phase of whether it will work, not work, whether she'll be able to manage my clients, not manage my clients. So we just shut shop for 2 years. I think it was a good decision, to be honest. Yeah. And we were not making money in 2009 when we actually shut it down. You know, the time was people were leaving their homes, their cars at the airport and running away. So it was such a bad phase, I think. So anyway, so to 2011, I restarted from scratch again. And here I am today. So I can definitely boast. I'm one of the best dietitians in Dubai. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, before.
Yes,
Any
please,
question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
From your last statement,
Huh.
what made you the best? Define the best nutrition.
I'll tell you what. What I hear from my clients is, number one, is that I'm a good listener. See, when you're a counselor, when you're a dietitian, when you're a nutritionist, you have to listen. You have to be a good listener. You have to understand their problems. Like I said, you cannot label somebody who's overweight that because you have been eating unhealthy, you are fat. It is scar emotionally. So I feel I'm a good listener. I'm a very compassionate person when it comes to my clients, not with others otherwise. But when it comes to my clients, I do understand it's important for me to be compassionate. And I customize everything for you. It is not that one size fits all. It's not that come online, join a 1200 calorie program, join a 1500 calorie program. Okay, these are my macros. Give me macros. Give me this diet. I will not do that. You come meet me. We'll understand you. We'll set up goals, and we will work on this together. And we have goals, we have challenges, and we work on this together. So, for me, I feel I understand you, and I work around you. It's not that this is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Others do that?
Many do that. I don't want to take names.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure many ladies in the room must have been through these kind of programs, and they must have definitely experienced that.
Mitun, you mentioned one thing. You said you started with 2 chefs,
Mm.
and today I'm here. I mean, like, so where are you in terms of
So-
how big are you? Or in
So
terms
right now I have a total staff of, I think, roughly 27 people. Yeah. So I have a team of chefs. I have cooks under them. I have a delivery staff who do all the dispatch. So how it works is, again, the cooking happens the entire night, and the dispatch happens at 4 in the morning. So that basically what we do is your diet is planned. The meals are prepared as per your requirement. So there is breakfast, there is lunch, there is dinner, and there are snacks that are delivered to you daily. So based on your menu, based on what your requirements are, based on how many carbs you need, how much protein you need, so it is all planned, calculated. So we have teams. So there's a team that works on the menu, what you have chosen. There's a team that does the portion control. There's a team that cooks. There's a team that packs and portions. There's a team that delivers. So for me, I actually work 24/7 many a times because in the day I meet my clients, I spend some time in the evening with my family, and then there are times when I'm constantly getting calls from the kitchen because they work at night.
So why would they call you in the night?
Sometimes for some queries. It's not that I spend a lot of time in the kitchen now. In the beginning, yes, I had.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. But now it's all set. So I go and spend only twice a week some time with them to just supervise if everything is okay.
If I may ask, you can choose to answer or not, how many clients you're serving at this point of time?
So at this point of time, we are roughly serving about 350 people. In summer months, of course, it drops, but in
Okay.
good months, we have about 300 to 350 people who take their entire day's meals from us in the morning.
Okay.
So
And
it's a delivery service.
It's a
not
delivery service. No, it's not a restaurant anymore. We changed the whole concept. Sorry if I didn't make that mention. So it's a concept where we deliver everything to you at your doorstep to make it an easy experience.
where do you see this going?
Definitely, I'm looking at, see, Dubai is a place that's also growing now. So hopefully my numbers grow as well. And I don't know if it is going to be a great idea in India, but it's definitely my interest to bring this concept in India now. Unfortunately, in India, every man is served by his wife or his mother. So I don't know if that will work. But I do feel the youngsters are very health conscious.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and they're living alone,
Yeah.
and they're also busy. They're from morning to night, they're
In
all
the metropolis,
working.
there is no parents.
Exactly. So hopefully,
And double
no,
income.
the mothers also pack theplas and everything. So stored in the freezer with achar. So this is the problem in India. Unless they are they're open to newer ideas, I think the millennials are.
Do you make theplas?
Yeah, I'm a very good cook.
Okay, no, I mean, do you
Serve
your
my clients?
Yeah?
Yes, we do.
They do.
We do. We
So there are
do
people
high
who might
protein
want to
theplas.
increase their weight as well, right? Not just lose weight sometimes.
But 90% of my clients are for losing weight
Okay.
with medical reasons.
Okay.
Okay, and 10% of them probably, I hardly get people who want to gain weight. So when people come to me that I want to gain weight, I tell them, listen, you're in such a good spot, don't even bother. People are dying to be in your shoes, you know. Being slim, I'm not saying that being thin is healthy. Of course, I'm not saying that. But being overweight is definitely not, doesn't help your doesn't help your body, definitely. When it comes to medically also. Forget the cosmetic part, I'm talking about medically.
Yeah. Why do you do what you do? I mean, I know you have the background and all that stuff, but why?
Okay, so how
What
the
motivates
story
you?
began was, like I said, in the way I was brought up, in my family, we are supposed to be either doctors or engineers. There is no other, or bankers. There is no other option we have. So when I was growing up, it was etched in my head, you have to become a doctor. That was my father's, it was etched. Music and all you can do because, again, being from a Bengali family, we have Robindra Sangeet in our blood. I don't know if half of them, you might not understand all these things, but it's kind of a music that is in our culture. You have to do that. So it comes naturally for us. Even my grandmother used to be...
What is that kind of music?
It's called as Robindra Sangeet.
What is that? Can you explain that a little bit?
Oh God, it's very boring, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but
So we are interested in boring something.
Huh?
I mean, let's judge. Let us be the judge, no?
No, seriously, it's so boring.
No, but-
it was so, Robindra Sangeet
is it
means
singing
the
or-
songs were written by Rabindranath Tagore.
Okay.
Okay, he was the poet and it was written by him. And the tunes were also given by him. And they were very boring, unfortunately. And they would sing with a harmonium and a tabla next to
Okay.
them. So this was
I think you can say music in slow motion.
slow motion, yeah. There, my dear friend Rohit is here, and he
Okay.
also probably has gone through the same saga in his life, because every Bengali goes through that phase. So I also went through that phase for some time in my childhood days. Anyways, but what was etched in our head was you either become a doctor or you become an engineer. So when I was growing up, and after I met him, we were thinking of our future together. So after the 10th grade, then after 12th grade, we were like, now it's time to take a decision. Listen, I don't want to become a doctor. Being a doctor is not easy. And forget easy, I mean, like I was not up for it. So he's like, let's make a plan. Somewhere in the medical field, let's try and find out. So there were two options. One was pathology and one was dietetics. So pathology, we did all. Okay, when I told this to my father, he was like, let's do pathology because it's at least, yeah, you'll be still called a doctor. I said, please, stool test, urine test. I mean, again, that's not me. I know. So then we kind of did a lot of research, and then he helped me actually again with maths. So he again helped me with maths because all those exams that I had to give to clear my clinical nutrition assessments and all had a lot of maths in them. So again, he used to come home and teach me maths. And
So you decided to focus on the input rather than the output.
so when I got through dietetics in 2 colleges, luckily, so I chose the one that I wanted to go for.
Yeah.
So I chose that. So that was good, yeah. So I'm glad. I think I made the best decision of my life by choosing dietetics today. But see, those days, still health and nutrition was, nobody knew about it. When we were in school, when we were in college, nobody knew what's health, being a dietitian is what is nutrition. You know, to be honest, when your mothers used to feed, it was all by instinct. If she used to say that have greens, it was her instinct. But she
Yeah.
didn't know that it was really that beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, so I still remember when I was in school, when she used to feed me all, I used to hate her cooking. I was actually going to my friends' houses and eat their food because I used to enjoy that better. And I used to sometimes taunt my mother that, you know, this one's mother is a better cook than you. So she was like, doesn't matter, you still eat this. And I used to take 1 hour to finish my food. I still don't believe this. I used to take 1 hour to there used to be some rice, there used to be fish always. Fish was like a staple and I hated fish then. And some green mix with mustard and everything else. So I used to miss it versus my other friends used to have spicy and nice things, you know, fried stuff, and that was something that I used to really enjoy. Then when I took up dietetics and I understood that my mom is a genius. It was an instinct she had. It was not that she was not educated in this field.
Yeah.
But it was just a natural instinct that this is good for you, so you eat this. And I realized it in college when I was on my own and when I was doing things on my own, buying food, having vada pavs. I don't know how many of you know that. It's potatoes and there's a batter of chickpeas and it's deep fried and you eat it with soft bread and lots of spices in it. So that was my staple. And I realized
Indian
I was
burger.
getting Indian burger. So I realized I was getting acne. I realized my skin was breaking out. I wasn't feeling good, energetic. And then when I studied nutrition and I realized what my mother used to give me, used to keep me so energetic, I used to feel so good about it, I realized food is medicine. Food is medicine. You know, if your diet is good, you don't need medicine. If your diet is wrong, then medicine is also of no use. I realized that concept. You know, 80% is nutrition. 80% is what you put in your mouth, in your bodies. So that is a majority that you can,
Lovely.
yeah.
And you started this journey and you started this Simply Healthy.
Simply healthy, yeah.
Simply Healthy,
Yeah.
and you started doing so many other things.
Yeah.
How did those opportunities come across to you?
There's so many other things that I did was music. So I was always a fan of music and like I said, it was in our culture anyways, but that is not the kind of music I used to like. But I was a big fan of music. So radio was always an integral part of my life. Those days, there was always one little transistor, right?
Oh, you were on the listening end.
Listening end. So there used to be
You
a
were?
small radio everywhere.
Yeah.
I would go to the toilet with the radio. I would sleep with the radio next to me. Sometimes I would study with the radio and my mother used to come and like just take it away.
It was the WhatsApp of those days.
Yes, because she thought, she did not like the idea of multitasking.
Yeah.
She did not like the idea. She's like, you focus on one thing. Once this is done, then you go and listen to your radio. But I used to think that then I will miss out on those songs. So might as well let it run in the background. She didn't understand that concept, but I let her be because she was a strong-minded woman and I couldn't do anything to bend that. So yeah, so that's why I like retro songs, you know, because it's like kind of etched in my memory. So then in school, oh my God, I have to tell you this incident. I was about in my second grade, okay, second grade. I had some drawing going on. I was drawing and I was humming a tune. I had no idea what that song meant, but I was humming the tune. So the song in Hindi meant the guy is saying, the girl is saying, let me go. And the guy is saying, please come to me. And she says, if you touch me, I'll never talk to you again. So it was a sensual song. Okay, I didn't know the meaning.
Which song is this?
Please.
No, huh?
It was that, yeah, from the film Sarkar. So I'm humming that song and my teacher was like, come here. Are you singing that song? I said, yes, ma'am. So he's like, come, you have to sing in front of the whole class. So I got a little nervous. So I stood there and I sang that song. The class clapped again because the tune was beautiful and she was rolling on the floor and she called some other teachers and somebody else. No, I was not sure whether I should be happy about this whole thing or it kind of scarred me. I was like, what's going on? But then actually they complimented me. They said, you sang it so beautifully with all the feelings. I said, because I've heard that
All
song.
the feelings also?
Yeah, with all the feelings. It was a proper sensual song, yeah. So she's like saying, let me go. And he's like, no, you
Sing
have
it
to
now.
come.
Come on, sing it. Come on.
So, okay, so she says, Jaane do na. Okay, and he says, Paas aao na. And she says, Chuna, chuna, mujhe chuna, chuna, mujhe chuna, chuna, chuna. Okay, so she says like that. So well, and then in college I used to participate and used to win competitions, and it was a great high because you were on stage and everyone's yelling and everyone's screaming for you. You become this girl who sings so well and she carries herself this way, whatever. So anyways, somewhere I have to also say this, I tried a little bit of luck in Bollywood. It's not easy, I realize that. So, I mean, I went and I kind of auditioned. And having said that, I have to admit, I got one film where they asked me to do all the 5 songs of the film. I was very happy, very excited. I think I was about 19, 20 years old. And very excited, we celebrated and whatever. Then when it was actually the time for it to release, so this man, well, at least people nowadays are well dressed, and this producer was this ugly looking man, and he sits like this, full power, you know, that whole attitude of power, entitlement, and he's sitting with his big belly.
Lot of gold and everything?
A lot of gold and everything.
That guy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So he's like, so Mitun, the songs were great, very happy. But what are you doing tonight? So I was like, I'm at home. So he's like, come, I'll take you to a party. So I ignored the first time, I ignored the second time. And then by then I realized that he wanted me to escort him wherever he wanted to go. And when I was refusing, he kind of hinted me that the songs won't go live, as in it won't be used in the movies. And that day I realized that he's not perceiving me in the right way. He has given me the song not because of my talent, due to whatever reasons. But that is very common in Bollywood. I don't know, I mean, it still is probably, but that time it was dirty. It was a dirty game. And we spoke. I went and I told my father, I told my mother, I said, I am so disappointed because this happened again. He used to call me at 2 in the morning, at 3 in the morning, you know, whatever you call it, booty call or whatever you call it. So it was really bad. And we decided, listen, this is not the way we want our music career to go ahead. We don't want to do it. Okay, we'll do it when the time is right. We'll do it when the time is right. So I actually gave up music for a long time. I don't recollect when was, I think the last I had really gone on stage was probably in the year 1998 or 1999. That was it, because the college years were over by then. And that is it. I had not done anything of that sort after that. And well, when we came to Dubai, I was actually missing some music. I didn't find anything. There was nobody who was in the, nobody in my circle would sing, nothing. And one day what happened was, one of my cousins, she lives somewhere in the UK. I saw Facebook was very happening those days, you know, 2007, 2000, I think 2009, 2000. And I was sitting at home, like 2 years when I was sitting at home, that is the time. And I was sitting and suddenly I see her pictures, like she's doing very well for herself in UK. And suddenly I see her pictures in a white sari, red border, doing Robindra dance, Robindra Shongi dance and all the singing. Oh, I said, wow, she's gone back to her, you know, what we had learned in our childhood days. She's gone back to doing this at a larger scale. This is so nice. She's reliving her passion again. I wrote to her, I said, Didi, I mean, we're so happy that you're doing this again. She's like, trust me, I'm enjoying it. There's a small community of Bengali people here and we're doing all these things. It's fun. And I was so depressed. I was like, here, I'm looking after a child who's vomiting like 5 times a day, 10 times a day. We go to a mall and he throws up and my husband is cleaning the floor while I'm holding him. We go to any place and he vomits. I'm like, this is a limit to vomiting. So, and I was so depressed with myself. And one day I was just going through some things on Facebook at night when he was asleep, he had gone on a flight. And I saw one group. It was called Bengalis in Dubai. I was like, Bengalis in Dubai, must be something, I can do something culturally. And I saw the admin. So the admin's name was Rohit Gupta. So Rohit Gupta is sitting here. Okay, hello.
Hi.
So he was sitting there. I'm sorry, he was the admin, I mean. And I write with a lot of guts. I write a message to him, hi. My name is Mitun, and I believe you are, listen, firstly, I want to make it very clear, I'm a big snob, and I never write to any boy. You're the first guy I'm writing to because I want to know more about this Bengalis in Dubai. So he was pretty taken aback that what is she saying, you know, like what is it, hello, I mean, there's no introduction. My first thing I wanted to make it clear, hello, listen, don't take it wrong, I just want to know what's about Bengalis in Dubai. So he wrote back and we got pally. We started meeting, we met once, and he's an amazing musician. So he plays the guitar, he sings. So he came home, we got friends, we became friends, we started making music together and like, wow. And then one day what happened was, while we were, I have an angel friend, her name is Celine. So she did something for me. she used to understand that this girl is feeling depressed because she's not able to explore her talent out. She called City 101.6, this radio channel. And she said that you guys have these unplugged sessions once in a way. So I have this friend, it's a surprise for her. I want you to just give her a call and say that you are one of the guests who will come on radio and do a song or so. So she did that for me as a surprise, as a birthday surprise. So when I got a call from them, I was taken aback and I told them we have to do this. So we made this plan together, we went on the radio station, we did the song together. And that's how the journey began, to be honest. In 2013, I felt, now it's time. He is old enough. He doesn't need me. He doesn't vomit anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your husband.
Oh, well. He's never getting old, I think. So Ranbir didn't need me as much then. He was old enough. And I felt I was doing very well in my career. I think I was there. I said, if I don't, time flies, you see. If I don't do it now, then when? So we said, now is the time. We don't have to go to producers. We don't have to go through that whole path. We invest in. So we had one more friend who was an events person. So we held hands. We together did this. We launched Raga Factory. So we invested some money in the beginning. And because people would not know otherwise what we are all about. So we had to invest that money in the beginning.
For what?
To do the big show.
You did a big show.
And
okay.
we invited people. And after that, it was all ticketed events. And since then now, it's a proper enterprising band.
Lovely.
So we do many shows, once a month at least.
Once a
Some
month.
of them have come for my shows. So she has come, Jyotika has come, Dolly has come. So many of them have come for my shows. And we both.
She's singing all my favorite numbers. All my favorite numbers.
You are the one who sings, or you get artists who perform?
So yes, again that was a concept that also we brought about, because I did think that if I was in that situation where I didn't know where to showcase my talent, there will be so many others who also need that platform. So we did start with the concept that where we will be performing, but each time we will give a chance to 2 others, but quality singers. So we went through the whole audition process. So because people are paying money to come and see us, so you cannot show anybody who thinks he can sing, or so it was.
Where do you do it?
We do it at different venues actually.
Okay.
So we first started with Holiday Inn Underground. What is that place? Q Underground. We started with that place, then we graduated to Address Hotel Marina. Then now there are various venues that hire us now. So the last we did was in Tribeca and in Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And you try to be that producer that.
I do both.
The good
so
producer,
I am
right?
their manager.
You be the good producer.
I manage the
Not
finances.
like the other guy.
No, I'm a good manager. So I manage the finances. I am yes, and he's the one who makes the music.
Numbers.
Huh?
You don't.
Sure, you do the finance.
Yes, but this I'm very good at. I'm good at managing the moolah. So that's.
Math help at home.
See, that was also, you have to understand, it was planted that way that I don't know maths now. So it was kind of planted. So yeah.
a successful teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Questions? Any questions?
Are you planning on opening a restaurant again?
I keep on telling her to open a restaurant, but she never opens one.
Maybe she wants to open many, not one.
No, it was very successful. I mean, I think now it'll.
See, I'll tell you, Sunitha, those days, like I was saying, the awareness
Yeah.
was not as much. Now it is.
Now it is.
So
I
that's
think
why you
it
see
now.
so many places opening up, and now it is. But again, then yes, I understand what you're saying, but now I am so happy with the way things are moving with me, where like I told you, it's a package deal. They pay up for a month, they pay up for 2 months,
Yeah.
the whole package, and they are signing up for a weight loss program where for 2 months they've paid up. So that is different, it's
Yeah, it's a
more
different business
systematic,
model.
it's a different business model, versus in a restaurant you have so many other logistical issues.
And there's no wastage also at all,
And
right?
yeah, there's no
not-
wastage because it's all pre-planned. We know a week in advance who's going to eat.
Yeah.
So
I think every restaurant should become like
inventory
this.
is much easier to manage.
Every restaurant should become like this.
No,
No, it's just
why? We need restaurants.
Yeah, we do.
So only, yeah. So like for example, if I'm in a party and somebody is like, oh, let's see, ma'am, what are you eating? Like they try to, and Every party is like such a nightmare for me. If I eat a piece of chocolate or a cake or something, I mean, what is your business, you know? So, oh, you eat. So anyways, of course I eat, I'm human. And then they'll be like, let's say eating something, oh, don't be angry with me. I said, why should I? Unless you eat, how will my business run? So I'm happy that you should eat. Go ahead.
Which business do you enjoy more? You know, the food one or the music one? I mean, even the music one is yours or?
Yes, yes. I enjoy both. Like, food is for the soul, music is for the soul. Everything for the soul.
The next question
Huh.
I want Ranbir to ask. Ranbir,
Yeah?
ask your mom a question. Anything.
Grab his mic.
No need for a mic. That mic
No,
is
no,
not
it's
working
only,
anyways.
it's only to
Oh,
record.
it's only for
the
record.
recording.
Ask a toughie.
Ask something so that we can know your mother better.
I don't know what to ask.
Come on.
When is the
The
next
secret,
play date?
secret.
A secret
is the next
question which
play
you always
date?
want to ask.
That only you.
Or share with us a story about your mom that you remember from your childhood.
What she cooks best?
You're still a child? Yeah.
That I don't actually remember.
Don't be so
Anything?
mean, yaar, Ranbir. You don't remember what I cooked
Okay,
for
which
you.
is your next show?
When is my next show? Sometime in September, because now it's summer months, there are no shows happening now.
Ah.
So generally, September onwards, when people start coming, then we start getting the
Your turn.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could ask one.
You ask
So that just for us to know him better.
No,
Just to know her better.
The idea is that I don't ask questions.
That's how we have survived so long.
I think this is better for you guys because there is an old saying in the Hindi, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar."
Which
So
translate.
That means we get information unrequited or sometimes when we need it, sometimes it's dispensed quite freely. But I think you guys mostly.
Sammy always has some question, right?
With the mic or without? So, grab. I'm loud enough so the mic will catch you.
Now, from music, between music and your experience as nutrition. As a nutrition, you make an impact on people's life. But where were you more inspiring?
Where was I more inspiring?
Yes.
In the sense, I mean,
Like I can see all your friends today are talking about your music. But have you been really inspiring in terms of making someone take healthy living as a way of living or style?
can I say something? Showbiz is
Yes.
always inspiring for everybody. Showbiz is always inspiring. Why are film stars so famous? For doing what? I mean, this is generally this is how people perceive things. You know, stardom is something people love always. So when I'm on stage, I see more people cheering for me. Obviously, you know, who will cheer for me if I made somebody lose 10 kilos, I made somebody.
No, but
They're not
this
cheering for
is
me.
why I'm asking, because what is essential is if you apply logic, I should be inspired by what will make me healthy, what will make me live longer. But you are actually offering both. Are you able to inspire your friends who are following you for music to start living healthy, to start eating healthy?
Yes, of course, of course, of course. Yeah, please.
I think Mitun is an excellent role model.
I think Mitun is an excellent role model. She's a complete woman. She has gone after her career and satisfied her parents, which every Indian parent, like she said, wants her child to be a professional. So she has achieved that. And besides that, she's not given up on her hobbies and what really drives her passion. So she's a complete woman. She's very inspiring to all of us.
So sweet. Thank you so much,
It's
Jyotika.
a fact.
Thank you so much.
Guys, are you looking forward to listening to her sing something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? You want to sing?
You want to, Rohit?
We'll give her
Right.
please, loud applause.
Rohit,
Come, Rohit. There's a guitar there. Come. So what the song means is, hope these conversations that we had today continue. Hope we meet again, and hope we're able to write more songs out of what we learned today. तुम्हारी मेरी बातें हमेशा यूं ही चलती रहे, ये हमारी मुलाकातें हमेशा यूं ही चलती रहे, बीते यूं ही अपने सारे दिन बातों से निकलती रहे नई बात, फिर वही बात लेके गीत कोई हम लिखे, जो दिल को, हाँ सबके दिल को छू ले, बातें सुरों में यूं ही पिघलती रहे, बातें गीतों में यूं ही निकलती रहे। तुम्हारी मेरी बातें हमेशा यूं ही चलती रहे, ये हमारी मुलाकातें हमेशा यूं ही चलती रहे। Thank you. So we've been
We have time for
friends.
another one. We have time for another one.
एक तारा दिन।
Oh, okay.
One more, right?
Yeah,
Another one.
5 more to be honest.
G 75. G
75?
75 I think. Okay, one more. और मनवा तू तो बावरा है, तू ही जाने तू क्या सोचता है, तू ही जाने तू क्या सोचता है, बावरे क्यों दिखाए सपने तू सोते जागते, जो सपने बरसे बूंद बूंद नैनों को मूंद मूंद, जो बरसे सपने बूंद बूंद नैनों को मूंद मूंद, कैसे मैं कहूँ देख ना सकूँ अनजाने रास्ते,
जैसा है कोई एक तारा, जैसा है कोई एक तारा, जैसा है कोई एक तारा, एक तारा जैसा है कोई एक तारा।
धीमे बोले कोई एक तारा धीमे बोले कोई एक तारा, गूंजा सा है कोई एक तारा गूंजा सा है कोई एक तारा। सुन रही हूँ सुध बुध खो के कोई मैं कहानी, पूरी कहानी है क्या किसे है पता, मैं तो किसी की होके ये भी न जानी, रुत है ये दो पल की या रहेगी सदा, है पता जो बरसे सपने बूंद बूंद नैनों को मूंद मूंद,
नैनों को मूंद मूंद,
जो बरसे सपने बूंद बूंद है कोई एक तारा गूंज सा है कोई एक तारा धीमे बोले कोई एक तारा धीमे बोले कोई एक तारा गूंज सा है कोई एक तारा गूंज सा है कोई एक तारा आ, 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 Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Sing so beautifully. You've trained. You sing melody songs only, or you sing
We
all kinds of songs?
I would love melodious songs, but unfortunately, the audience only likes to dance. So every time we start, when we have shows, we start beautifully, melodiously, and then somebody comes. Come on, make us dance. So we have to then change, and then yes, by the end of it, we're actually making people dance, and people don't even know what are they dancing on. So yeah.
What's the
unfortunately.
dream for Raga Factory?
Rohit, you want to answer that? What's the dream for Raga Factory?
Okay, eventually, I think we would move to, again, as she said, we would want it to become a platform for starving artists here. That's our dream in the long run.
Starving. It goes very well with food.
and we also do a lot of and we also do a lot of charity shows, you know, because I think it's a great idea to have musical concerts and shows and then raise some money and you know, for the girl. We have done that in the past.
You do
For
it
the
for the musicians or for other?
No, for example, we did it when there was a Nepal earthquake, or when we did there was Kashmir, what was that, Umeed Kashmir. Then we did for the girl child. So we have done these kind of things in fundraising events, because of course, and you know, there is something to look forward to.
How did that Modi thing happen?
The Modi thing, yeah. Oh, that was again one feather in our cap.
What's the Modi thing?
So when Prime Minister Modi was here in Dubai in 2015, we were the only live band that performed there. So we were chosen, and in fact, if you go and Google the clips, I mean, somewhere my face shows. So yeah, we did that. So it was great to perform in front of an audience of 50,000. You see, though they were not excited for us, of course, they were excited for Modi. So but it made us feel that they were excited, because anybody who came on stage, they were jumping, yeah, and Modi, oh my, what an aura that person has. I mean, he's the Prime Minister of our country, so we're very proud, but amazing aura. So 50,000 people in the heat had turned up to see him, to listen to him. So we were the entertainers for that crowd who were waiting for him.
Lovely.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of the first segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. What a lovely audience. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wait.
Oh, we're not
over.
I thought it's over.
Almost.
Oh,
Almost.
Okay.
So what you do is you will pick up a card, and this is a deck of cards that was given to me by a friend during the very first segment.
Huh.
And on each one there is a quote, a different quote.
Huh.
So what it says over here is it takes just one insight to change your business forever.
Okay.
So what I say is it can be just one insight that can actually change somebody's life or your life forever, right? While you pick the card and you reflect on it, what we would do is we would encourage you to share what is the message that you took away from today from Mitun's conversation, right? So before you share what is on it, you can reflect on it. They will share, and then you can.
So let's say I pick up the card.
Yeah. And then you just.
So do I read it out to them?
Not now.
Not
after
now.
After they say. So yes, what was your takeaway from today evening's conversation? Who wants to go?
Don't ever let your dreams go away. Live them. Live your dreams. That's what Mitun is. And make it true. Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah.
For me, I like her smile, singing, and the very clean soul.
Aww,
And the clean soul, you know, reflects for each and everything, whatever she is doing. So she's doing everything is the best. because of the
sweet.
clean heart, clean soul.
Lovely.
So
Yeah.
sweet. Thank you.
Uh, what
Thank
I would
you.
like you to share is, what are you taking away today that you will take and apply, change, or teach in your lives? What is that from the message that you take? She's a live wire, she's an entertainer, she's an amazing personality, but she's so much more than that, and we heard so much, a slice of her life she shared with us today. So what are you taking away?
For me, thank you for sharing your story. It showed and confirmed to me that whatever you had as a passion as a young girl, that music, that love for sound and just melodies, it really is whatever you have a passion for, it will come into your life. So you went through one road, but your passion will always guide you back to what is for you. So watching this and hearing it, and it kind of, yes, food is for the soul, but music, I think, brings your soul alive. So thank you for sharing that with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget your passion. What I like that when you go with this producer, you say, okay, someday I will sing. It's not that time, but I will sing in the right time.
Yes.
So sometimes we wish something to happen, but we can say, okay, it doesn't happen the way you want, but it will happen in the right time. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Besides, of course, losing my weight, the takeaway for me is actually sing from the heart. I mean, it's not about, for me, it's not about the passion or anything. Just sing from the heart. That's what I take.
So sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all this talk, and your sharing your experience. It was so nice to hear and to see how you put priorities in your life. Even sometimes you have to postpone some things, your dreams, but for some more important things like family first and like this. But at the end, what I liked so much, how you balanced your life between business, but you do also business with your heart, with your soul. And as well, you managed to balance this with your artistic part. So that's so nice and so beautiful.
I'm so touched. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'd like to add something that what I've seen today is in each one of in your life, as you started telling your story, I was telling myself, here comes a very happy, easy life. But then, as the story goes on, you can see that even when you are having a balanced, happy life, there was a moment when you really go depressed.
Yes.
You go really down. But it's what I learned from you today. It's not how deep down you go in depression. It's how you bounce back.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I enjoyed your singing very much. It was very nice of you sharing your story. And I liked your how you insisted to follow your passion in both ways, in the restaurant and in your singing career, and you never forgot what is important, like your family and your work. You have done everything. As she said, you are an example for a complete woman. Thank you for inspiring us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I can't dare. The producer is watching.
Hi Mitun, how are you?
Hey Tam.
Actually, like when I see you, I see really my wife actually, because actually she's also in the same state of mind, and she wanted to do something this way only. She's also looking for a band. She's a good singer, but she's not like exposed like this. There's something I don't like also about you, but I'll not able to talk here, so that I'll do it personally.
You don't like something about me which you'll tell me later in private?
That I will do it private, right?
Okay.
It's something very different.
Okay.
But very nice journey, and I like his voice more than you actually. Very good.
Obviously.
No, she will definitely, she has to talk to you.
All right. So my takeaway from here is definitely her first because we're going to go back for practice. And yes, I'll share one little thing about her. She feels that by sleeping she's wasting time. So when she says she's a go-getter, she is one. All right, and that's a lot of respect for her because I tried not just sacrificing a bit of my sleep and I've ended up having these dark circles. So she manages it well. We have had restless nights, sleepless nights, practicing and nailing a show without sleep, and just her drive for the entire band, just to let us be what we are at her place. By the way, we practice at her place, yeah. So,
How big is your band? I mean, number?
we are five of us.
5 to 6.
Yeah.
when Royden joins us.
Yeah,
It's what, 6?
just a floating guitarist who loves playing metal and sometimes comes for us. So yeah, so that's it. But yeah, that's what she is. So when somebody talks like that, I can't sleep. I know I feel I'm missing out on something. So that's that's 50% of your success. But I'd still say sleep is precious. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to share.
We get 15 minutes break. 15 minutes break from Nati Kanapia.
No, I just did before I did.
As a nutritionist, how important is sleep?
It is very important.
So, sorry. Yeah, what I took away is something that you said 2 times, and it was that you invested in yourself. Because, a lot of people, they're just waiting for other people to give them opportunities. And if you believe in your dream, you want to convince them, to believe in yours. And you said twice with the first restaurant that you put your money down, you invested. And the second time as well, when it came to the band, you invested. And that is, what I believe, makes you really, when you believe in something, you go for it. And it doesn't always need to be money. It could be your time. It can be, to risk something. So that is what I take away from this.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
If you seek to be liked, you will become popular. If you seek to be respected, you will become a leader. Lovely.
These cards are very magical.
It's magical.
It always is for the last 1 year.
Huh.
It somehow connects with the central message. It's like
I'm so
tarot cards.
surprised.
Say it again.
If you seek to be liked, you will become popular. If you seek to be respected, you will become a leader. So amazing, yeah. Can I keep this card or no, it's for you?
But you can reflect on, what is your thoughts on this? What is your thoughts on this?
What I definitely feel is, I think this is what I am. This card is what I am, right from my teenage days probably. So
How? Just reflect on that. That's it, and that's the end. I'm
see
going to
the
ask you any more
popular
questions.
bit, because see the popular bit.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in the music industry, or like I said, I didn't want to become a pathologist. I rather wanted to be in the front. Being a dietitian, you're in the front. People look up to you. People want to be like you. So that part is taken care of. And also, the leader bit, if you think about it.
Business. Yeah.
Business. I'm an
Everything.
entrepreneur and I'm a leader. I have 27 men working for me. The only women I have are my 2 nurses and 1 admin lady. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.